What is up, guys? My name is Brie, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a high converting sales page for your course inside Kajabi. Kajabi is my favorite all-in-one course hosting platform because it allows you to host every part of your course-based business in one place without having to cobble together a bunch of different tools and softwares. And that includes hosting really great looking sales pages that function well and sell your course on autopilot. With Kajabi's page builder, that means you can create these pages without knowing a lick of code, without being super tech savvy. Like I am not a coder, but I can still create amazing sales pages that are super effective without making things too complicated. So come on and let's get started. Okay, so once you open up Kajabi, you want to go over to under website and then click into pages, because the first thing we need to do is to create a landing page that's going to become our sales page. So once we're on this page, that's what that looks like. That's where all of your landing pages live. And to create a new one, I'm going to go up here and click on a new page. And Kajabi offers a whole bunch of different templates for you to start from. They have a bunch of sales page ones. There's, I think, 11 of them here. So you can click those to preview. If there's one with a structure that you like, that you want to start with, you can do that. In order to start that, I'm going to click preview. When you've decided on which template you want to start with, click on get started. You'll create your title and it will generate that page for you. So when you start, this is what your landing page looks like. This is going to be our sales page. So this is the blank one. So all we've got is a title and an image. A good sales page has several key things on that page. These are the things that you need on your sales page in order to take your customer on that journey from where they are now to where they are excited and willing to buy your course. We're going to go over 10 things you should have on your sales page and in what order they should show up in order to be successful, in order to be high converting. Before we get into the specifics of what those 10 sections are, let's just get familiar with this page builder. On the left is where you're going to be selecting things. You can also select them straight from the visual side here on the right, but you have two sections here. You have the sections section and the settings. Now, settings is where you can set things like the default colors, the default fonts, and you can play around with that here, the sizes of your buttons. And it's also where you can add in some custom code if you want to override anything built with the visual page builder. But we're going to stick to the sections section here. And so far you can see we have one section in our sales page. You can see on the visual side here, we have this section and there are blocks within that section. So right now we just have a simple hero section, which is a title and an image. But we of course want to add more sections to our sales page. So in order to do that, I'm going to click add section. And this brings up all the different kinds of blocks that you can create. There's a lot to choose from here. And there are certain ones we're going to use a lot more of than others. And you can click any of them to get a preview of what that page layout would look like. So if I click on text, this is what a basic text box would look like. Maybe I want 2 columns of text or a call to action. So these sections are all going to have different layouts for different features and different sections of your sales page. You do have a lot of option and a lot of freedom to create the kind of page that you need. So let's scroll down and just check out a few of the other ones. So if you're doing like a landing page, you can do an opt-in form. You can put your form in there, images, videos, audio, offers and pricing, FAQs, testimonials. They're all in here for you to add. When you are ready to add a block, say I want to add this 2-column block, I click the add button and then it'll show up permanently on my page. So now we're on this 2-column text section and you can see that I have 2 blocks of text on that section. Now you can edit any of these sections to have whatever you want in them. So let's say I want to add something else in here. Let's add an image. So I can click to add that and scroll down and select image. And now there's an image in this section as well. And you can play around with this slider to change how wide each of your blocks are on your page. So if I want this to be small, I can make that really tiny. I can make that 2 columns wide. And this is where I would go in and add an image. So let's select a recent one. Let's add in this icon and save. And then bam, there we go. There is my image. Just to make a note here, Kajabi has had this long-standing glitch where if you select a recent file and it's a PNG with a transparent background like this was, you have to re-upload that each time you want to use it because for some reason they have this glitch where the transparency doesn't translate when you reselect the file from ones you've already uploaded. So that is why that has black around the edges. But anyways, you have all sorts of things you can change with each of these blocks. I can add a link to it. I can make it so you click and it links somewhere. You can change your border radius, the caption, and there's all of these other settings here to organize and put things in their place. I can also go back a stage, and now we're back into the section. So you can see I have 2 text boxes and the image box, and I can move these around to be in any order I want. So let's put the image at the top, and you see that screws up the layout. So what we want to do is say we want to have the image on top and the 2 text boxes next to each other. Let me select back into image, and we want to scroll down to desktop layout and check the place this block on its own row. That way it doesn't screw around with the layout of my text boxes. You can also play with the mobile layout as well. You can click down in the bottom right-hand corner to preview what this would look like on mobile. So sometimes things get a little wonky and you want to change how things look specifically on mobile versus desktop, and this is where you would do that. But if this is coming across as a little bit overwhelming to you, just know that Kajabi does have a bit of a learning curve. It does take a little while to get the hang of things with these menus and these sections and blocks and figuring out how all of this works. But it is a very powerful platform. You can get your pages looking amazing using this page builder, and it just takes a little bit of time to get comfortable, to get familiar with things, and then you'll be off to the races. So build out your sales page one section at a time, and I promise you can put together a really great, really powerful sales page by following these steps. So just to save some time, because to build out an entire sales page would take a long time, it will take you some time to put together your whole sales page. So I've gone ahead and put together a demo sales page with all 10 sections you should have on your sales page right here. So we're going to go through each of these sections, and I'll explain to you what needs to happen on each section of your sales page and which blocks you should be using in order to get that started. So here is our sample sales page, and it has the 10 different sections that you should have on your sales page if you want it to sell your courses on autopilot. Remember, you're going to be sending traffic to this page from your social media, from your email list, and the purpose of this page is to sell them on your program. But not everybody who lands on this page is ready to buy just yet. So we need to take them on the customer journey, to take them from cold to warm to hot leads, so they are primed and ready to buy your course by the time they get to the buy now button. So section number 1 that you need on your sales page is the hook. And I created this with a hero header block. Let's scroll down as if I was going to add that section brand new. You can go, and there's a whole hero section here. So if I click on hero, that is basically what I started with to get what we have at the top. So this is a hero section, and I have an image block, which you don't need, you can simply do text, and a text block with a CTA. So the purpose of the hook on your sales page is to grab the attention of your ideal client and get them to continue reading, to continue down on the page. So this simply has the title of my course and the main promise. So are you ready to turn your expertise into a wildly successful online course and get paid to do what you love? This is exactly what my ICA, my ideal client, is wanting to do. So that is a powerful hook to grab their interest and get them to find out how they can do that, and they will continue reading the page. So you can click on any of these elements and change them. So I can click on the background, and we see I can go down, and this is where my background image has been uploaded. I can click this image, change out the image. I can click here and change the text. And if I want to change the CTA button, I simply click on that. And we have include CTA. I cannot include a CTA if I don't want to do that. I can change where this links to. Right now, this is linking to the pricing section of my page, which is further down. We'll get to that in a minute. But that is your hook. The second section on your sales page is to address the pains and problems of your ideal customer or client. So here is where I'm doing that. And then I list a bunch of different points of things that I know my ideal customer and client is struggling with. This is the part of your sales page where you want to be doing that. You want to bring up those things that they're struggling with right now, things that your course is going to help them solve. So I've created this with a simple text block. All I have is one text block in this section. So if I was going to add that to start, I would go and choose the text block. One column, and then all I've done is taken that and adjusted the width. I've adjusted the look and feel of that using the tools available to me. The third section of your sales page is to paint the picture of the desired outcome. So we've already addressed what pains and problems our ideal client is struggling with. What do they want to achieve? What are they driving towards, and what can you help them with your course? This is what I'm doing here. I have imagined how it'll feel when you, and then I list a bunch of outcomes that I know my ideal customer or client is craving. And if I click on that section, I have simply a text block and an image block. So if I was going to add that, let's add a section. If we scroll down to the images section, we have text and image, and that is what I started with. So then I added in the text I wanted on one side, I added in my image and uploaded a background for the entire section, and that is it. It is simple. This does not have to be complicated. You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to do any coding. It's a matter of getting the right information in the right order and just formatting it so it looks nice. After we painted the picture of the desired outcome, we're going to transition to the solution. And the solution is your course. So I have two sections here. I just have this little transitional section here. What if I told you creating a wildly profitable online course, blah, 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 was 100% possible for you? And then we go down and introduce my course as the solution to the pain points that we talked about, and as their bridge, as their path to get to those desired outcomes we just painted the picture of. So introducing the Course Boss Academy, I have a big title, a big image I've created in Canva of all of the assets inside my course, and then I go down and talk about what is included in that course. So I've done this in a couple sections. So I've created this transition section, then I've created my introducing the solution section, and then I go down and talk about what is included in that course. So this can look different depending on how in-depth you want to go, but I include this list of what is included inside the course, and then I break down each of the modules in that course as well. So again, I started building these with a simple text block, and then I added more content. So this one here, let's look at that. So that we have a text block, an image block, and a text block. For the what's included inside section, I just have one long text block and the module by module breakdown. Okay, this one's a little bit more complicated. I have a text block for the title, and then I have feature blocks for each of my modules. So what a feature block is basically is it has an image and a text that goes underneath it, and you can add a CTA there as well, but I didn't need that. After you've introduced your course, you've outlined what they get inside, what they're going to learn in each of the modules, and now we're getting into social proof. We want to establish our authority using case studies and testimonials. So that brings us to the next section, and it is in testimonials. Now, if you don't have any testimonials, if you haven't had clients before, this is where you can include your own case study, because for most of us, our first result was our own, right? This is where you would include that. If you have multiple testimonials, you can sprinkle these out throughout the rest of the sales page. Include as many as you want. The more social proof, the better. So this is where I've included one here. So I simply have a section with a feature box and a video. After you have added testimonials, your social proof, then we get into section number 6, which is your bonuses. So bonuses are not necessary to selling a course, but they are smart. They do add extra incentive to get people to buy. So I did not have bonuses for this course. So let's just quickly build up a bonus section for this page to show you how all of this works. I've started a section. All I've got right now is one text box in it. Let's edit this so it fits in with the rest of the page. So if I click on that, it'll bring me to the text box. And let's first of all center it, and let's save that just to get it to show up. Okay, so now that is centered. So we want to add some bonuses to our section. So let's go back and add some content. Let's do a feature card for that. So once I do that, I can click into my feature card, and now that is screwing up our layout. So we want to go down first and foremost to the desktop layout and make sure we tick that place this block on its own row box. So there we go. So I'm gonna click back onto the feature, and that is way too skinny. So let's make that 8 columns wide. Let's upload an image. And when I upload that, it is really, really tiny. So I'm gonna go down to image style, and the image width is set to 50 pixels. So let's make that bigger. Let's try 300. Still a little small, so let's try 350. That looks good to me. So now we want to edit the text. So I'm going to scroll down here, and we can change the title to match what the bonus is, and a little bit of text in here to describe what they're getting in that bonus. Let's make that yellow. You can change the alignment as well, and there we go. So if you want to, say, add 3 bonuses, if you want to add more of those, you don't have to build each one from scratch. I can simply click the 3 dots here, click to duplicate, and now we have 2. Now it's quicker for me to go and edit this, change out the image, change out the text, and add my second bonus to the list. So scrolling down here, we have, again, another testimonial. And then the next section is our offer and CTA. So of course you need to have your pricing. You need to show what different offers you have. I have 2 pricing options here. I have my VIP with coaching and my DIY without coaching. And I have the buttons that go with them that go to my checkout page for each of those offers. So if I was to add that from scratch, I can scroll down to offers and pricing, and we have a couple different options. So we have an offer. That's not what I want. I think it was pricing options. Yes, it was pricing options that I used here. And you can duplicate this block. I made 2 of those and put my text on top and formatted those to get the little chart that I have on my page. One thing when creating this, you do want to make sure that you click on the CTA button and make sure that your button is going to the checkout page that you want. You don't want this going to the default Kajabi page. So I can go and select to go to a checkout page since I've built these in Kajabi, and then from the drop down select the offer that I want it to link to, and then that link will go right to my checkout page. Now is the time that we present the offer and ask them to buy. So we've done that now. We've asked them to buy, we've shown them the price, and we've given them a button to go and buy. But we still have some work to do. So section number 8 you need on your sales page is your guarantee. So this just helps people feel a little more safe buying your course. If you do have a money back guarantee, if you have a refund policy, this is where that would go. But if you don't, doesn't matter. You can skip this section. After your guarantee, we have section number 9, which is your FAQ, your frequently asked questions. And this is, again, where we address any misgivings people have. We address anything that might be causing somebody to hesitate to go forward and buy. So things like, how long do I have access to this? What are the prerequisites to having this course? What if I don't have this? What if I don't have that? This is where you address those things, and you can do that very easily with a Kajabi FAQ section. So this has text and a bunch of accordions for each one. So an accordion that just simply expands out, and I can elaborate on the answer to those questions. Now, if I was adding that from scratch, let's go back here. There's an FAQ section. That's what I've got right here. Or you can have it in grid format, whatever you choose. And simply click into each one, add in your questions and your answers, and you're good to go. Real quick, real easy. Kajabi makes that a breeze. And our last and final section of a high converting sales page built in Kajabi is your closing call to action. So you've taken them on that journey, you've given them the offer, you've dealt with their objections, their fears with your FAQ and your guarantee. This is your final call to action. This is your last chance to ask them to buy and hit them with the CTA, a button to go and enroll. What I've done here is a what'll it be, choose hard mode or easy mode. Enrolling in my course is the easy mode, and this just helps them to make that decision. And at the bottom, I've got a final enroll now button that takes them to my pricing section. But that is basically it. That is how you build a high converting landing page. In Kajabi, we have all of the sections here, and it really just takes some time, some tweaking to get the actual visual look and feel that you want to get your layout right. But that is the key content that should be on your sales page, and in what order you need it to take your customers and clients on that customer journey so they are primed and ready to buy your course. If you've been struggling to make your course a reality, if you've been putting things off, or you're just completely overwhelmed with the whole process involved in creating and marketing your course, then I've got something that's gonna help you get over those hurdles and hit those milestones that you're looking to hit. I'm hosting an exclusive free training called Course Idea to Consistent Profit. Now, in this training, I'm sharing my step-by-step system for creating, launching, and scaling your course-based business in 90 days or less. And that is without relying on having a huge audience to begin with and without having to shell out for paid ads. You can do all of this without spending a dime. So click the link in the description below to grab your spot. This is 100% free, and I drop some of my best knowledge bombs in this training. You really don't want to miss out. There has literally never been a better time to create your course, to get it out there, and to help people achieve the results that you can help them with. And I'd love to help you make your course a reality. But that is it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking it out until the end. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who could also benefit from these videos. I truly, truly appreciate all of your support. Is there something I missed talking about in this video? If there is, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you ASAP and potentially make a video on that subject in the future. Otherwise, if you're ready to take your course-based business to the next level, make sure you check out one of these videos next, and I will see you guys next time.